Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sabrina and I'm excited because today we have some of my favorite high protein frozen foods and then also some of my favorite combinations to just have delicious, easy ways to get more protein into your diet. And then we also have a couple of fun things. So I'm excited to get into all of that. But before I do, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so I know you enjoy this content. And let's go ahead and get started with some of those frozen items.
Okay, if you've been watching for any amount of time, you know that I am not afraid of a frozen meal, but I do think that they're not all created equal, and these are three of my favorites from Lean Cuisine. And what I like about these is they all have a relatively high amount of protein for a reasonable calorie count. And what I'm looking for there is so the calories are low enough that I can actually add more things to them and beef it up to make it more of a meal, but I'm not getting like a ton of fat and other stuff that I don't necessarily want. So I have the meatloaf and mashed potatoes here, and that one is 260 calories and 20 grams of protein, which is a great start. Then I have the Salisbury steak with macaroni and cheese, and then this straight up comfort meal Vermont white cheddar mac and cheese for 270 calories and 17 grams of protein. And what I'm going to do to this is usually add some additional chicken, some of my favorite fat-free mozzarella, some vegetables, really round it out and make it a full meal. But it's so nice to have this convenient option. And I think these three taste the best. Okay, another one of my favorite frozen foods are these Premier Protein pancakes. So these are kind of just the perfect buttermilk pancake, but they've got an extra protein boost. You can see here it's got 15 grams of protein. And just taking a look at the macros, you can see that each serving is three pancakes, and that's going to be 210 calories, 4 grams of fat, 27 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. So I really like to have this kind of more so as a snack, really, than my breakfast most of the time, but it's really nice that it has 15 grams of protein built into it. It's super convenient. You get 4 servings per container. So yeah, this is just something I really like to have on hand. And I also really love my protein waffles that I get from Aldi, but both are great. Okay, moving on to one of my favorite frozen starters, and that's these green giant cheesy rice cauliflower and the cheesy rice cauliflower and broccoli. And I think these are so perfect as a hack. All you're gonna do is add a tin of tuna, which I do happen to have over here. Yeah, so here's my tin of tuna. And you're gonna add this, which is gonna be 110 calories and 23 grams of protein to one of these packages, and it's just going to make such an easy base. And then what I do as well is add some of this fat-free mozzarella cheese to it on top, and it's just so easy, and it's such a protein boost because the macros on this are incredible. It's 45 calories and 9 grams of protein. So when you're adding those 23 grams from the tuna, another 9 grams from this, there's a couple of grams in the cheesy rice cauliflower as well. It's just like the quickest meal to throw together if you're really in a pinch and need just like a blast of protein. I definitely recommend this hack of putting all three of these things together. It's really going to serve you. Okay, and then we all know I love any kind of Greek yogurt, and I think you can fit all of them into your macros for the day. So I've really been into this Chobani protein yogurt lately. I think they have them in really fun flavors. So they've got mango here and strawberry kiwi, and we've also got a cherry variety down there. And so the story with this is it's going to be higher in calories. It's 140 calories, but it's 20 grams of protein. So if I'm further off from hitting my protein goal, I will go for something like this. It's going to be more filling as well. So it just kind of depends where you are in the day. But say you have maybe less calories to work with, or you don't need as much protein at that particular moment. I really like this great value light Greek blueberry yogurt. I like all the flavors, but that's what we picked up this week. So this is going to have 12 grams of protein and it's going to be 80 calories. So again, just kind of depending on where you are in your day and what you need, this could be a good sort of in between option. It's not as filling or as protein rich as the Chobani. And then the Chobani Zero Sugar is going to be a different option entirely because this is 60 calories and 12 grams of protein. So really, it just depends what you're trying to hit for your day, kind of where you are. So you might want like the Chobani 20 grams, the Great Value 12. You can also have the Chobani zero sugar for 12 grams of protein, slightly less calories. So I think there's a time and a place for all of these. And then another yogurt option. This isn't even Greek yogurt, so it's a twist, but this is Yoplait Light. And the story here is that these are 80 calories and they're still 5 grams of protein. And I think it's just a nice option if you want something lighter. Again, we'll keep so many different kinds of yogurts in the house. So just add this to the list. I think this has a time and place as well, maybe if you don't need as much protein in the day. All right, just gonna run through some produce. So we have a mango. James loves to have those for snacks, and they were on a good sale this week. We've got a lonely avocado here for his lunch as usual. Some tomatoes for lunch as well. And then a couple of the prepackaged frozen foods. We've got these sweet peas from Steam Fresh. And this is just something that's really helpful to have on hand. It's going to go in different recipes. Same thing with these steamed broccoli florets. It's just such a convenient option to have this already chopped up, ready to go. All I have to do is stick it in the microwave. I do feel like I eat more vegetables because I have this just readily available. So definitely something I recommend if you don't want to do all the cutting and chopping, like take a little bit of that convenience factor so you can incorporate more vegetables into your diet. And then finally, just have a bag of the Steam Fresh mixed vegetables. I'm sure we're going to be using that for another recipe as well. And speaking of, all of those would pair well with this protein. This is the 90% lean, 10% fat ground beef sirloin, making a bolognese for James. And this is kind of just like the yogurts. It's nice. There's different levels of leanness you can do with your meat. And I feel like 90-10 is a good balance for him. It's still going to have a good amount of protein, but it's going to have a little bit more flavor because it does have that fat. And then we just have some bananas. We always pick those up for overnight oats. Some carrots, we're going to use that for snacking. And then I picked up one of these rosemary natural turkey sticks, and this is another great protein hack. It is 9 grams of protein and only 50 calories. So this is a great travel snack. I always recommend having one in your pocket. Okay, then just have some peppercorns and onion powder for the house. And then I did want to talk about these sauces because they're really going to stretch your macros. And the first one is the Skinny Girl poppy seed dressing. Now this is only 10 calories per serving. So I like to really load up my salads, make sure I have a ton of protein and cheese and beans and all kinds of stuff. And this way I can not use a lot of those calories on the dressing because this is so low in calories. So it's really helpful that way. It doesn't mean you're not gonna eat, but it just means you're picking which one. And for me, I rather kind of focus on the main and then have the dressing be something lighter so I can really pack my salads with really good stuff. Another one I love is this G. Hughes sugar-free sweet chili dipping sauce. So this one is great with basically any kind of Asian flavors, and it's also only 5 calories per serving, and it really, really does pack a punch when it comes to flavor. And it's a little bit pricey, but this is a big bottle, and it does last a long time. A little bit goes a long way. So those are two I definitely recommend if you're looking for lower calorie sauces. And then I guess this third one is too because it's just salsa, but salsa is naturally low in calories, so it's only 10 calories per serving and is also going to add a lot of flavor to your meal. So check out those 3 recommendations for things on the side and to make your meals more flavorful. Another meal starter I like to have on hand are these Trader Joe's Thai wheat noodles. It is about 300 calories per a serving, but that also has 10 grams of protein, and I tend to split that up into 2 or 3 meals. Okay, I was excited to pick up this snack. It's a sour cream and onion lentil rings from Trader Joe's, and I think these are super delicious and a little different. And looking at the macros, you can see it's 130 calories, and that has 4 grams of protein, 11 grams for the whole bag. And I think because this is made with slightly cleaner ingredients and it does have lentils in it, you can see here red lentils is the first ingredient, it does make it a slightly healthier snack and has a little bit of protein. This is something I always like to have on hand, and this is the Tyson grilled and ready oven roasted diced chicken breast. And I think it's great to have on hand to add to any of your meals, like the Green Giant broccoli and cauliflower, like those Lean Cuisines, pretty much anything. This is going to add some super quick, efficient protein to it. So, yeah, always have to pick this up. And then also, this is a throwback, but I got the Special K red berry cereal. I like to add a couple grams onto yogurt, sometimes into my creamies. And I don't know, this was just calling me back. Must be the Lean Cuisines and the Special K, my Diet Kid era. But I do really enjoy this cereal, so I'm looking forward to getting into it and reliving some of that nostalgia. So Trader Joe's has a new popcorn and it sounds kind of weird AF. It's French onion popcorn, but it's actually a really delicious, also somehow addicting. I don't know how they always do it. It's actually really high in fat as well because it has coconut oil. But anywho, I really like this popcorn. And you can see here, yeah, it's got 14 grams of fat per serving, which is kind of gray, but that's that coconut oil and sunflower oil it is using. So if you need to boost your fat, this is great for that. Also picked up some of the Fairlife 2% reduced fat milk. So I like to get the fat free sometimes. The 2% is really good for creamies because it does have some of that fat in it, and all of them have an increased amount of protein. So they're wonderful in that regard. So definitely be using it for some creamy recipes this week. And you know, it's not fresh strawberry season, so what I like to do is just get frozen strawberries, and that way they last a little bit longer and I can stretch them out. But yeah, let's move on to this fun stuff like dark chocolate orange steaks and Jingle Jangle. I don't just eat protein, believe it or not. The dark chocolate orange sticks are going to be a gift, but every year we like to pick up the Jingle Jangle and have a little bit around Christmas. We usually make it last a long time because we love it. It is so delicious. It's got chocolate covered pretzels, it's got little different names of M&Ms, it's got chocolate covered popcorn, it's got chocolate covered JoJo's. Oh my gosh, those are definitely my favorite part about it. But anyway, it's just a holiday tradition that we like to take a part in, and so we had to pick that up. But yeah, I think we have gotten through everything in the grocery haul this week. Thank you so much for sticking with me through the whole thing. If you have, feel free to drop a pretzel into the comments so that I know that you've made it this far. And yeah, I just really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next grocery haul. Thank you so much. Bye.